Being black in Britain is a monopoly, a commodity of monochrome. I'm not spreading this coloured man's mind. Display the truth only in black and white because Black Britain is a game board of pieces you can't piece together. I feel we always have to take a chance. Black culture is being breathed into the community chest, but we pay the reparation toll for their free parking. There are no get out of jail free cards for the black youth for the older minds. Prison systems profiting over my skin color, trading my skin for boxes with bars. The old Kent rode their way to freedom only to be wind rushed back to reality. Automatically, we look to the heavens. Preachers and pastors praying together in segregation of religion, black churches, as if we were subconsciously told to not to enter their white chapel, but made to digest colonial books of white African Israelites. Or what, 40 days in the desert and you can even catch a suntan? Evidence shows the angel is licking tongues of devilish disguise. Houston, we have a problem because my skin has always made me feel like I'm living on the outskirts of a borrowed land, a land that is systematically dependent on vilifying minds against the shades of black. So we develop a chip on our shoulder. Societal minds will tell you to pack it in, and you decide to retreat into your bag as a safe haven of flavor, where you can spill hot chips like cold facts, yet they're quick to change the narrative and tell you to stop crying over spilt milk. Black Britain is a race of mispronounced names. Can't catch the spelling, but will try to sound it out like Pall Mall in their Whitehall tone without even asking for your identity. Rubber stamped as gangsters, thieves, and job stealers, yet we never stole. Northumberland into devastation via xenophobic avenues. Check the design. Britain took a bow when they bow street names together to praise slave masters, branded statues in honor. And even if you don't know, the eyes of history will always stare at you with cold and lifeless looks while the system tries to keep you still. So who's the real statue? You see, being black in Britain isn't so Marlborough light. There's a heaviness to the skin tone, a weight that carries 400 years of pain. We talk about the handcuffs of injustice, yet we have been slowly wrapped and shackled with growing vines in these streets. Stranded in your own self-doubt and self-worth because the pipe dream of Britain spills more sewage as the truth becomes present. Not such a fleeting feeling being black in Britain. The negative aroma of your skin tone is set in stone and whitewashed with racial hate that got systematically more structured the higher up the social classes. Even before the days of pigeons in Trafalgar Square, we have always had to fight for our basic rights to live. I need to stop for a second. Let me track back a few paces, because 2020 has showed us there's a connection. Not only does the international monopolies of countries recognize we are bored of games, but in Britain we have started to see the light from the underground connecting lines like Leicester Square, Coventry Street and Piccadilly, rejecting these region street hustlers who want to prevail white privilege and austerity doses while the monarchy lay dormant. You see, it's my time to breathe. Because black excellence is making its way to places of historic white privilege. Places like Oxford, circus acts to try to limit us, but they didn't count on our resilience. Blacks in Britain have never been more united than now. Bond streets with our blood and uprising mentality. Systematic regimes may try to keep us parked in our lane, never to stray off the path, because once we get in tune with our true identity of culture, we may fare a chance of living under a colour tone of commonwealth that sowed seeds of truth into British soil, having queens and kings cross swords with heritage to find that we have kings and queens in our blood heritage. But none of that means anything unless Britain can find a way to Marylebone cookie mix skin and mind so the atmosphere of prejudice doesn't become a thoroughfare in the city like Fenchurch Street Station. Instead, like the liver, pool our streets to be detoxified so the blood that we can share isn't the blood red you see on the stained flags of Britain. So never tell me not to pass go, collecting pounds of black wealth like it's the 27th of June, electrifying my electrolytes until I discharge my energy like an electric company. You see, I'll never suppress my energy. I'm not so toxic. This masculine will develop waterworks to bring monsoon seasons to these concrete jungles. My compliance should never be viewed as alliance. I do not pay income tax on freedom. You see, Black Britain is a monopoly, and I'm always going to keep moving until my freedom is owned by my own properties. That's me.